Hello, we are the Ctbto research group, and our project is titled In the Aftermath of Fukushima, a Case for the Ctbto's Environmental Spinoff. I am Kayla Orta.
I'm Gregory Kobzar.
And I'm Youngju.
Let's get started. Suffering from a multi-decade delay in implementation, the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty currently faces an urgent problem of maintaining relevance in a modern international society. Although the Preparatory Commission has successfully established a global verification regime, full realization of the organization as defined in the 1996 treaty remains unfinished. Based on an analysis of the Ctbto PrepCom's actions both during and after Fukushima nuclear disaster, our research argues that there's an opportunity to build upon the non-proliferation foundation infrastructure in place, such as the near full-term operational international monitoring system, the IMS, in order to assist with environmental awareness and nuclear disaster response. Thanks to the Ctbto Preparatory Commission, 90% of the 337 international monitoring facilities have been completed, currently comprising a worldwide environmental data collection system. Although this system is aimed at tracking potential nuclear testing violations, after a comprehensive review of the treaty and current organizational abilities, we argue that the environmental spin-off data from the IMS could assist in the aftermath of nuclear power plant disasters.
So how does this work in practice, and what's the importance of the obtained data? The Ctbto has 80 extremely sensitive sensors to detect radioactivity. Apart from detecting nuclear explosions, these stations will also register the dispersion of radioactivity stemming from other sources anywhere in the world, in particular from nuclear power plant accidents. This information is made available to all Ctbto member states. Both radiation protection and public health agencies can use it to inform the public. The radionuclide monitoring technology measures the abundance of radioactive particles and radionuclides in the air. Radionuclides is an isotope with an unstable nucleus that loses its excess energy by emitting radiation in the form of particles or electromagnetic waves. This process is called radioactive decay. Radionuclides may occur naturally, but they can also be artificially produced. Artificially produced radionuclides are generated by nuclear reactors, particle accelerators, or nuclear explosions. And after the release of radionuclides leads to radioactive contamination. Among anthropogenic radionuclides that globally pollute the biosphere, special attention to itself require cesium-137, strontium-90, and iodine-131. For communicating the safety significance of nuclear and radiological events to the public, International Atomic Energy Agency introduced INES, International Nuclear and Radiological Event Scale. As a practical example, we offer to look to Fukushima accident 2011.
To evaluate and emphasize the role of Ctbto and its influence, we chose the Fukushima accident as our case study that is recorded as the second worst nuclear disaster in the world history. And the issues related to the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear accident, such as contaminated radioactive water discharged into the sea, still ongoing in 2021. But why Fukushima? As the Ctbto and the IAEA has been collaborating in the area of reaction to radiological or nuclear occurrences since the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster, this accident takes on a symbolic meaning in terms of the security culture aspect. Next, I will briefly explain the three crucial Fukushima-related measurements by the Ctbto. During the first phase of the March 11 disaster, Ctbto data helped Japanese authorities issue timely tsunami warnings. Later, the radionuclide stations of the Ctbto's international monitoring system detected radioactive isotopes and gases stemming from the damaged Fukushima power plant. Lastly, the Ctbto's atmospheric transport modeling system was able to track the movement of the radioactive emissions from Fukushima, which was eventually spread all around the world. From this figure, the Fukushima accident case study proves another great reason to ratify the Ctbt.
To address Ctbto's current relevancy problem, we conclude by arguing that the organization should incorporate environmental dimensions at 3 levels of operation. For the domestic level, the Ctbto Preparatory Commission should continue outreach and local engagement. Nationally, Ctbto can play a role in establishing networks between host countries, scientific communities, and humanitarian organizations. Lastly, and most importantly, for nuclear disasters and non-proliferation, the Ctbto should expand international inter-organizational alliances with the IAEA and the recently established Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons.
Thank you for your attention.